Alright, hello and welcome. We've got Game 3 of the in-cap tournament. We're jumping right in the action. We had a kind of camera malfunction going on, so caught you in the middle here. Apologize for that. Try and catch up as best we can. So, looks like Tyranny. It's down to 4 health. He's shooting at Tindum there, who looks like has no shields. All right. Let's see what else we've got. Oh. I think we have a dead Jack already. As far as what's going on, looks like Julian has an amazing setup, but his dice are completely failing him right now, which sucks. So he's got a great setup because he has wedge bumped, right? So Andrew's best pilot can't shoot at him. Wedge is the X-wing down there touching with Zuckus, the Zuckus and the Mish Hunter, or whatever the ship is actually called. He's got Tyranny and Nim outside of... So Wedge and Tindum can't shoot at Tyranny or Nim at all. Looks like the only shot Andrew has... Well, actually, he has 2 shots. Tindum and Zuckus, who I guess is already shot and has whiffed, because I don't see any damage on Zuckus at all. And, so Heftauber does not... Heftauber in the U-Wing, the weird-looking ship with the spindly-looking wings, does not have Zuckus... Nim and Arc shooting at Zuckus. Alright, so Zuckus takes 2 shields there. Alright. Alright. Out of dials. Okay, so we've got Julian, who is playing Scum. He's got a 200-point list with Captain Nim, Tyranny, and Zuckus. So, Captain Nim, you've got the R3 seismic charges, proximity mines, veteran turret gunner, trajectory simulator, havoc, ion cannon turret. So, I have played him. I played this list, and it was nasty because Julian he's a great player. He knows how to use that ion cannon turret. And it looks like we've got one of the seismic charges already down. Proximity mines from Nim. And if let's see. So Nim, before a friendly bomb or mine would detonate, so he can prevent a bomb from detonating, and while he defends an attack obstructed by a bomb or mine, roll 1 additional dice. So that's pretty conditional. But the cool thing is Nim is a pretty cheap pilot skill 5. He's got a decent dial. And in the hands of a good pilot such as Julian, he can be pretty nasty. Zuckus, he can take an extra red dice and gives you an extra green dice. That trade-off. Alright, we're dropping another proximity mines, looks like. Anyway, Zuckus, he can take, like I said, takes a extra red dice, give you a green dice, so he can end up rolling 5 red dice at range 1. And he gives you an extra green dice, but that just does not, in my experience, that's not an equal trade. Usually the red dice went out. Tyranny, I believe that he keeps you from what is it? All right, we got heft bumping. Keeps you from like being able to do anything if you're in his bullseye. It's all centered around the bullseye. Let's check out his card real fast. After you perform an attack, each enemy ship... Oh yeah, he forces either damage or you to remove one of the green tokens. And then yeah, dead to rights. You cannot modify dice if you're in his bullseye. It's pretty nasty. He's got the R3 Eshmak, Contraband Cybernetics, Cluster Missiles, Marksmanship. Contraband Cybernetics is pretty dope. It's a one-time use card, and you can ignore the effects of the stress until, like, you can like take an action or do whatever, and then you still end up with the stress, but you get to ignore the effects of it. So one-time use, but if you are patient with it, usually you come across a situation where you're really glad you have it. So that is Julian's list. Andrew, he's got Wedge, Tin Num, Jack Porkins, who is dead already, and Heftaber. So I will say with those X-Wings with Wedge and Jack, I'm pretty surprised that Jack is already dead. Julian does have a lot of firepower, so maybe not so surprised, but Andrew's a great player as well, and I'm not just being overly generous with my compliments just because we're on a video here. He's a really good player, and usually, as you can see, he's got a lot of health out there, and he's pretty good at forcing you to spread your damage across his list, and he has a good number of ships. Oh, I missed. Oh my goodness. Tin Num has a damage card on him. Alright, missed that. So alright, moving right along. So anyways, he's got a lot of health that you have to chew through, and then everything has a 3 dice attack, which can get really nasty. Alright, checking range. Julian has that ion cannon turret. Oh wait, no. Oh, yep. Let's see. Alright. So his range 1 with the ion. See, ions it, and he takes a damage. So we got 2 through there. Really damaged Nim. We've got Tin Num shooting at Zuckuss. Let's see. 1 more shield off of Zuckuss there. Alright, Zuckuss it's an interesting ship just because you feel pretty safe sitting on, what is it? It's 9 health. We got 4 hits and a crit coming from Tyranny, going into Heftaber, taking out his shields. Alright. So again, you're seeing the spreading of the damage, you know, and I'm not saying like Andrew is so brilliant that he forced that, but when you have ships that have such durability, such as Andrew has, you really need to try and kill them, you know, and sometimes you just can't. Sometimes the fates do not allow it, or your opponent is good at denying you that, at forcing a bump so that you can't shoot at his wounded ship until like the next turn, and then that gives him enough time to get the rest of his ships around, something like that, and especially with these ships where it might take 1 or 2 passes to kill, and you have 4 of those ships running around with Andrew's List, it could be pretty nasty. However, from the start of where we started in this game, not sure. Looks like Julian definitely had got the upper hand early on in this game. I think we got Heftaber. Oh. Heftaber going into Zakis? No? It's gotta be. Oh. Not sure exactly where that damage went, but we'll figure it out. Don't worry. I promise you by the end of this video, we will know who won. I'm just confused because I saw a damage card go down on Tyranny, I think. And I'm not sure exactly who would be shooting at Tyranny, because I don't think anyone can shoot at him. But anyways, we'll figure it out. Don't worry. So it looks like Julian has set up a pretty nice little lane here with those 2 proximity mines. Now, the thing about those is that they detonate on whoever, right? So it is certainly consideration that, it goes both ways. NIM can prevent one from detonating, I think. Pretty sure it's not just bombs, but nevertheless, Julian doesn't want to run into these things just as much as Andrew doesn't want to run into these things. So he's kind of built this little box of death down here at the bottom, right? Can be interesting. All right, so you're seeing a 90-degree turn come from the U-wing. The U-wing to me is just an incredibly surprising ship, if you will. Right? Like I remember when like 1.0, this is alright, and then 2.0 came out and it was bumped down to a medium base ship. I remember 1.0 I was being really upset that it was a large base ship. Like it was just really big and kind of unwieldy. But with 2.0 getting dropped down to that medium, it's pretty huge, and then it has that ability to just like turn, right? With those different configurations that like the X-Wings and the B-Wings and the U-Wing has and whatnot. As a Rebel player or a whoever, I think, oh my gosh, what is the other? I only play Scum. The Resistance. Remembering my factions here. You got to remember like what configuration you're in, because it's easy to get caught up in the game. But they can do that, and it's really easy to forget that they can do that. Also, you're seeing a one Talon roll coming from the B-Wing. Thing about the B-Wing, alright, is that it's not very fast, right? But it's nasty up close. It has a lot of options up close, right? It can do some pretty dirty knife work, and with 10 num, it can, with the configuration especially, it can force stress essentially, and then 10 num feeds off stress. He can spin the stress to, let's check it out before I start making things up here. Formed attack, spend 1 stress token to change all of the focus. Yeah, so it's basically a free focus token, essentially. And then he can spend it right? Keyword spend, which means that if he gets a chance to shoot and he rolls a focus, he spends the focus. He's now not stressed for the next maneuver phase, right? He can now do his whole dial, or he can do another, one hard, one Talon roll, or he can do a 2K, right? It has a 2K. Like, it has a lot of options up close. And then, like, with a lot of other ships, it's easy to, you get that first pass off, right? But then if you have like a B-Wing that has 8 health, has staying power, right? It can stick around. They can turn and punish you, and you're too busy trying to either get away, not get out of range or something, or like you just, trying to turn and you just don't get quite out of there. All right, Wedge, 2 hits and a crit. Going into Tyranny. All right, so dead Tyranny. So I think, yeah, those damage went to Tyranny somehow. And I'm not commenting over this live. So this is I recorded the game, and then now I'm commenting over it, so I can't like go and send someone to ask questions or something. So apologize for that, for any confusion. But looks like we've got a great game here, no matter what. All right, so who do we got? I think we got Tyranny shooting into. Not sure if he has range to Hef. Okay, he does has range to Hef. He's shooting at Hef. Range 3, which is maybe he's hoping he. I don't know. I feel like it might be better just to go into 10 numb. All right, 1 into Heffafa. All right, 4 health remaining. 10 numb shooting back. See, if he could have sunk 2 damage into Tim, killed Tim, he could have initiative killed him. He wouldn't be shooting back. We've got 1 shield coming off Nim. Nim's first shield. All right, Zuckus. Not sure what those rolls are. Rolling for Predator, but I don't think it was good. Oh, that was really bad. Oh, that hurts so much. He rolled 5 dice because he Zuckused him. And even with Predator, was only managed to pull off 1 hit, which was evaded. It's just dirty. All right. We've got, I think he dodged that one clean. All right, back to dials. Okay, so, all right. God, that hurts so much. I like to fly Zuckus. I fly a lot of Finn, right? So I like things that roll 5 dice, and it is just the saddest thing in the world when you roll 5 dice and you have a range 1 shot, and then, like, even that where your target can't even shoot at you. Like, there's no better feeling unless you have Fearless, and then with Finn you want to be right in front of him. But other than that, you're like, oh man, this is great, this is perfect, and then you roll 5 dice and you blank, and it's just like, I don't know, I could pack up all my stuff and just go home at that point. It's such an emotional roller coaster when that happens. Oh, alright. If you have experienced such devastating blows. Alright. Just put it where you want it, Andrew. Anyways, if you've experienced such things, then I'm here for you, and I'm sorry. It's rough. Okay, so Zuckus Going alright. So okay. Alright, doing a 1 bank on Tin Num. He did not spin that stress, so he couldn't do anything too crazy. Like, yeah, no, it's probably what I would have done too. I think it would have been just go after Nim. Wedge can just gentle bang. I mean, like, you could have done like another 1 Talon roll if you had spent the focus or something like, or a 2k and focus fire on Zuckuss. But at this point, you've got 6 health left on Zuckuss and you've got 9. It's fine. All right, so now you're going to see, so he's going to barrel roll into like a red focus or however the order is. But anyways, the point being, he can force a stress. Okay, yeah, he target locked into a red barrel roll. However the freaking order is. Anyways, he can force that stress. So now he's got a target lock and essentially a focus token, right? I mean, that is the exact offensive combo that you want. Oh, Tyranny may not be able to even shoot at Tin Num, which really hurts because he could initiative kill Tin Num, right? Tin Num only has 2 hull left. That's too easy to do with like a range 1 shot on a B-Wing, right? Zuckuss has a shot on him, but he's going to shoot after Tin Num. So even if he does manage to kill him, and that's going to be an unmodified shot, except for unless he has a Predator on him. But either way, I wonder if he thought he was going. Granted, if Tin Num didn't barrel roll, he would have got him. So it's kind of interesting. Now Andrew, he might even just ignore Zuckuss here. Shoot Wedge, even though he has a range 1 shot. Shoot Wedge and Hef, and Tin Num, all into Tin Num, hoping to do like a ton of damage to Tin Num, you know. At that range 1 shot, let's see where we're going. Let's see where we're going with that, Andrew. Alright, we're going with a range 1 shot into Zuckuss. It's not bad. Not a bad choice or anything. Just so many options here with this. Whereas hit and crit, and the one where before he engages he gets an ion token. I'm not sure what that one's called. It's okay because Zuckuss being a medium base ship, he's not going to feel that ion unless he gets another ion token. So that's fine. But oh man, looks like Julian's dice is just betraying him at just the worst possible moment. You like set up just a beautiful game at the beginning just to have your dice brutally betray you. It's just sad. Alright, Tin Num going into Nim. We've got spent the lock, spinning the stress. Now we got an unstressed Tin Num for the next turn. He's got 3 hits. Looked like we were... Alright, last of the shields on Nim. Alright. He's Zuckussing him, so he's going to be rolling 4 dice. And giving... Tin Num will be rolling 2 green dice. 1 plus for being Zuckussed. Oh my, that looks like a good roll. Oh, Nope, double. Ooh, oh my goodness. He killed him. Oh, that was huge. That was absolutely huge for Julian. So... Ooh, 3 hits going to Nim. That's rough. Golly, just brutal turns. Just a ton of damage getting turned out. I don't know how Jack Porkins died, but he died early on. That's not necessarily the easiest thing to do, especially with elusive, and especially with Andrew using elusive. I've mentioned in the previous video that elusive has done a deal with the devil, or elusive. Andrew has done a deal with the devil concerning elusive. He gets it so many times and is just like, ugh. And even on a he doesn't have any 1 agility ships, but just getting 1 result consistently every single time, elusive doesn't guarantee that, but Andrew freaking gets it off somehow every time, seems like. But even that, like, it is huge if you can just consistently pump out 1. Another one of the lists in this tournament involved Lando, or 2 different Landos. One Lando with Perceptive Copilot and the one either way, Perceptive Copilot. Oh, and Janors, I think. The one where you get to take an evade instead of a focus. But anyways, just guaranteeing that on a ship like the Falcon that has all that health, over the course of a game, it makes an immense difference, right? And so even the same thing is true with any other ship. If you can consistently pump out at least 1, unless you're talking about some crazy damage output coming from your opponent, it can keep you in the game at least 1 more turn. And that could be the 1 turn, especially with a pilot like Wedge, that lets you initiative kills, something of your opponent, right? Or lets you just get that 1 more health that gets your opponent at half points to win out the game or something, right? Like and yes, this game, by the way, this game is timed. I don't have the timer up here. Again, I apologize. Again, we started off in the middle of this thing. Thanks, technology. All right, Wedge. Ooh, Julian needed him to whiff. Got a crit. Julian. Oh, cannot modify his dice. He's not reading out the crit names, but he cannot modify his dice, which is just the worst thing. Except for with Force, I think it is. Blinded Pilot? Is that what it is? Yeah. It looks like he rolled good despite that. Alright, we've got shields coming off of Wedge. Alright, I think we're getting veteran turret gunnered. Hef going at Nim. Oh, Alright, so Nim has 1 left. Zuckus, from what I can see, has 4. I feel like I missed something on Hef. He doesn't quite have the damage cards in view. But like I said, if he takes half off the board, we know he's dead, right? You know what I'm saying? Alright, so getting into dials. Man, this game is close. We've got Andrew in the lead by 10. And that is... Oh, it's really close. Any of these things... Let's see. I think everything is at... Is everything at half points? No. Wedge. Wedge is not. So if he just gets one more health, I believe, off of Wedge, Julian will win. But that involves not getting shot. Cat Nim not dying on 1 health left, which is a hard sell at this point. And Zuckus, I mean, he has 4 health, which might be alright. No, that's enough, right? He only has 1 agility, and in my experience, Zuckus likes to die pretty fast. You know, like it just happens. All right, some more bumpage going on. I think he had a stress, so he couldn't do anything super cool, like a stop or a 2K. I don't think he wanted to do 2K, but a stop mainly. I imagine maybe he spent the contraband cybernetics already. All right. Oh, also, quick note, just how freaking close we're getting to those proximity mines here. I mean, that's a pretty ballsy move with a medium-based ship. Again, it's Nim. Let's see. So bomb or mine. Okay, so he can keep that from happening, right? So, alright. It's good to know. With some of these ships that I haven't flown very much, I get confused with remembering the 1.0 rules, which I think were the same, but I always just not super confident with a lot of these ships because I haven't really flown them that much. I haven't flown anything but Scum. So, especially... obviously non-scumless. Okay, so doesn't look like Zuckus has a shot at all, which really, really hurts. I think we still got that ion cannon turret turned back, so probably not looking out of a lot of damage output from them. However, we're seeing if Wedge actually has a shot on Zuckus. And I think we've got the TO involved. It's getting serious. I think he called it out. Out of arc. Double checking to be sure. So also note, if you're just getting into X-Wing, it is very important. So there's certain times when it's not, if something gets like bumped, it's not like that big of a deal, or like if you have ships that are going to bump, and if you can usually tell, you and your opponent, if it's going to be a big deal or not. In this case, it's a huge deal. Something just off by a millimeter. Alright, Nim going into, I imagine, Wedge. And he evaded it. That sucks. Oh. Oh. I've missed something here. We've got half health on Wedge. Oh, okay. So, alright. So Julian is actually in the lead. I misspoke earlier. So that was Julian. However, he needed to do some damage there. He needed a really good roll. Like he could have ended up killing Wedge, which would have been absolutely the best case scenario. Game basically in the bag at that point, I would say. Because even if the U-wing does like turny stuff, or we got 22 minutes left on the clock, just so you know. Man. Alright, so the U-wing, it bumped last turn, so he can do the turny thing. So if he does his little turny thing, turns to the right there, then Nim, I don't see him getting out of it, but he is Nim, so he can turn around. I do believe... No. Okay, so... Yep, see, that's something that's changed from 1.0. He's got a 3 hard, which is red. I think a 2 hard might, but man, that's getting close to that bomb. Again, Nim can keep it from going off though, so have to remember that. But man, this bomb placement has really defined this game. Like, really. Yep, we're turning to the right there with the U-wing. Yeah. I will say when you get ships like the U-wing in this instance doing its little 90-degree little turny thingy, and then like the B-wing ships that can go slow, right? Ships that can hit hard and go slow. That can be really devastating. All right, I think we've got the 4K coming from Zuckuss, which, yeah, I think it was a really safe bet. That Hef was going to turn. You've got a 1 health Nim. That's an extremely tempting target. I don't think anyone would have really passed that situation up, knowing that he's probably not going to get away. Let's see what Tin Num does. Oh, excuse me. Nim. Yep, 2 hard. Don't even have to worry about hitting that bomb. And he did not. Alright, so what does Tin Num do? Maybe, what do we got? Was it a 3 straight? 2 straight? 3 straight? 4 Ooh, 4K? Yep, 4K. Oh, no. Tin Num. That's Wedge. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I apologize for my slowness. Alright, so try to do 4K. Bumped. He still gets the stress. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. So we got an unmodified Zuckuss. He can Zuckuss. Looks like it's probably range 1. Yep. 5 dice. Even unmodified, they can turn out really, really good. And Predator reroll. I think he got all those. Oh my goodness. Oh no. That dirty Andrew. Like, we have 1 health, 1 hull left on Heftauber. Oh my goodness. Alright, Hef going at Nim. It's going to be obstructed. Maybe range 3? Range 3. Yep. Obstructed. Got 2 hits coming at him. He needed that, and he got it. Alright. Okay, so 1 hole Nem, 1 hole Hef, 3 hole Wedge. Wedge has got to turn away. Let's see, we do maybe a one forward with Wedge. All right, so you either turn away or play ballsy, play for the time, lean into the clock, right? Go 1 forward. Next turn, you can do your tourney thing, and you might have Nim in sight, trying to thread the needle, or maybe like a one bank, right? And you can stay right there. Zuckuss, though, looks like he's got a pretty easy shot lined up. Alright, so he can still turn away if he needs to, or he can do the 90-degree turn thing, turn in. Looks like Andrew's leaning towards the clock. Alright. Beautiful shot lined up on Hef from Zuckuss. He's stressed. Not sure exactly how that happened. Maybe he was still stressed. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't think that 2... Yeah, that's what it is. The 2 bank that Zuckuss did is not blue, so he did not clear the stress. Alright, Nim coming around. Looks like he's out of half shot. But I think now he's debating going in for the kill. Not sure how. He can keep that proximity mine from going. He can easily initiative kill Hef. I wonder, can you barrel onto the bomb? I never played bombs, or mines, like that. Alright, so he's staying there. Maybe he turned that ion cannon turret. Would have been the safe move. Or... So I don't think Hef can shoot back at Nim. So he's pretty safe in choosing what he wants. Looks like Zuckuss has a nice, beautiful shot. But you could easily whiff it, because it's not unmodified. He might have... I think he has Predator, so he can reroll 1. All you need is 1 to kill Hef. Alright, looks like we're going... Oh! I think that's dead Hef. I think it was that ion cannon turret into Hef-fa-fa, dead Hef. Alright. Alright, you may think Julian has this in the bag, but hold on to your horses, because Wedge is still pilot skill 6. And now he's unstressed. He can turn in, he can do a barrel, he can do his stuff, and he can initiative kill everything on the table. And I mean, it's a tactical game, right? It's completely positional. It's completely where the ships end up that ultimately makes the difference, because you can't kill anything that you can't shoot at. You can't shoot at something that you can't see, right? So this is huge. I can say from experience, some little bragging, also why I love Finn against Andrew. The last time I played Andrew in a tournament, my Finn single-handedly, it was like a 1 health Finn, killed all 4 of his ships. After a good long battle, there was some damage dealt, and everything was within 1 shot of being able to be killed by Finn, and things just ended up working out magically, and I was able to just thread the needle of all of his arcs, essentially, or get at range 1 with Finn, and in his arc, which is exactly what you want with Finn. He just refuses to die in that situation, and just boom, 1 by 1, took out his ships. Like, literally, 4 freaking ships in a row. It was the most beautiful thing that it ever happened right before the time ran out too. Like it was just wondrous, right? All that to say, shameless bragging upon myself, mainly Finn, but mainly just to illustrate that Wedge can totally win this, right? So what you got with Zuckuss? I think Zuckuss is still stressed, right? So Zuckuss cannot do a 2K, which is what you want, I believe. Actually, I don't see a stress. I thought he was still stressed. Alright, anyways, nevertheless, he can turn in. What do we got? What do we got? Man, that is... Alright, 2K, so I guess he wasn't stressed. My bad. 2K, super ballsy. I love it. Freaking playing the odds with that. With those mines, right? Because Zuckuss cannot keep those things from going off, and that'll be a... Well, not a dead Zuckuss. So I guess he can. I think Nim clipped that, but he can keep it from detonating. So no big deal. Wedge has 2 arcs staring at him. Zuckuss is stressed, so... Going for the barrel. Oh no. Oh no. So he's anticipating the barrel roll from Wedge. And he thought he had it. He can barrel over the bomb because he's Nim. But he just bumped into Zuckuss. That is just... Yeah, that wasn't good. So now you have a tokenless Nim getting shot at first by Wedge, who was about to do a barrel. Let's see, does he... Okay, so... I think he just did a white barrel. 2. Oh, that's... Yeah. And not only does Wedge takes one away... Yeah, so Wedge takes an agility away. That's a dead Nim. If Zuckuss doesn't get super duper crazy lucky and just outright kill Wedge right now, I think that's the game. Oh. Oh, and they're... What? They're tied? 171 to 171? So neither of them can run away because they're tied. Zuckuss didn't kill it. He didn't do it. Zuckuss really needed that. I don't think that would have been just the most ridiculous ending of that game. Like what, like a range 3 shot of a untokened Zuckuss killing Wedge. Oh. Yep. But and here we go. These mines coming back to haunt Julian, because Wedge can turn in nice and easy, do a barrel or whatever. I don't think anything in Zuckuss's category or catalog of maneuvers, he has to go straight forward. Nope. Oh, he's going for it. Ooh. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, it was huge that he didn't. Except I lied. It wasn't huge because Wedge can still just turn in and just obliterate Zuckuss. Zuckus does not have 4 left. Zuckus only has 1 left. I'm bad at stats. Again, I apologize for my slowness. Sometimes it's a hindrance. Okay. Let's see if Wedge finishes them off. I think that's a... Oh. Yep. Burned his target lock. It's dead Zuckus, and that's the game. Golly, that was a ridiculous game. I really hoped you guys stuck around for that because that was just crazy. So many moments where that could have gone, you know, one way or the other and completely defined the game in a different way. That was super duper close. I mean, golly. Jeez. Andrew winning the game. So, anyways, this was game 3. So we have game 4 going. Unfortunately, little note. Again, this is the top table, right? So it's gonna be Andrew versus who it should have been, who had to go home because of I believe it was like a family emergency or something like that, you know. If you got kids, you know what we're talking about. So we had a stand-in play Andrew. He was doing what is the faction with the robots and stuff? I was completely blanking right now. I'm so sorry. The Separatists. There we go. He's got a super Separatist swarm against this list. So we'll see. Check that out. See how it goes. Again, unfortunately, it's not the winner versus the winner of the other games. However, hope it promises to be a good game. Andrew's a great player. So yeah. So anyways, yep. Thanks for joining us. Hope you guys had a good one. Enjoyed the video, and I hope you have a good one. A good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, whatever it is, whatever time of day that you are joining us. Hope you guys come back for game 4, and I've gone on long enough.